Speaking of practice, Cal talked a lot about it being very competitive and a lot of emphasis on speed. From your vantage point, what have you seen? And, has it been a big adjustment or, what has it been like for you just getting to Kentucky in this type of style?
The competitive spirit has been exceptional. I think that's what's really made this fall go. Just guys are competing. When Cal blows the whistle at the end of practice, a lot of times we petition him to keep playing, which I think is unique in our own right. The speed of the game, we're trying to fly up and down the court, trying to get in the lane, make plays for each other. For me personally, the speed of the game, in September when we really started playing 5-on-5 a lot, was an adjustment for me. Struggled a little bit at first, just being a completely different style than when we played at Davidson and the points of emphasis. But I think a lot of us have really kind of settled in, and I think a lot of guys are really playing really well right now.
Was it a conditioning thing or a turnover thing? What was it that you needed to adjust to?
No, neither of those two. More just making the right reads, reacting to athletic bigs showing out on you, just little tidbits of the game that happen continuously in an environment like this, and just being able to be efficient in that and making the right reads, and being efficient in shot making. And that adversity the first couple of weeks here in September, I think, did me well, and I've really settled in now, and I'm looking forward to continuing to play.
Cal set the tone a few years ago, a decade ago, with the one and done, the young one and done. And then over the last 3 or 4 years, he's gone to reverse, the old one and done guys. What does that bring to guys like Bryce and other young guys who don't understand everything about college?
I think it's imperative to have a mix of talent and age. There's guys on this team that have played 120 games. There's guys that have played 90 games, 60 games in college. There's guys that haven't played a minute in college. But when you can find cohesion within a unit like that that's so diverse in age and experience, and to couple that with the talent we have, I think it's going to lead to a lot of success for us.
Everybody who transfers has their own personal reason for picking a new school. But you got 4 guys on this team. Is there a common bond between the 4 of you think that kind of brought you to this spot?
Yeah, I mean, certainly between the 4 of us, but also just between our whole team in general. I think that's what makes us such a close group, is that there aren't cliques. There's no, the transfers only hang out or the freshmen only hang out. It's really just a cohesive group that the common bond is we all came to Kentucky to be in a competitive environment with a storied tradition of winning basketball. And that's kind of the common bond and the common purpose that brought us all here. And we share that experience together, and that's what makes us a tight group.
How excited are you guys just to kind of get back out there and just actually get the season started and actually get games?
Very. Just the work we've done in the summer, the last 2 months or so almost here in the fall, and just seeing the progress and how much we've come together and improved in the competitive spirit to be able to officially put the UK white and blue on and play an official game is something we're all looking forward to.
Kellan, I heard you say no clicks. I'm wondering how unusual that is for a team not to, I don't mean divide, I don't mean that, but that there be subgroups.
Fortunately for me, at Davidson for my 4 years, we never underwent that. We had a close group all 4 years that were. There was just a strong sense of cohesion between all of us. But I think that can be a hurdle for a lot of teams to face. But like I attested to earlier, fortunately for us here, that hasn't been the case. We got 15 guys that are all close and in sync with a common goal and a common purpose for being here, and that has matriculated into a team full of joy and full of excitement to compete together, and enjoy each other's company off the court. So,
What do you think that's a problem?
I mean, it's a product of multiple things. I think coming from good backgrounds and good families, and just understanding the concept of being a group and a team, and following one goal as opposed to individual goals. And when everyone buys into that, which I think is you come to Kentucky to be a part of a storied tradition of winning college basketball, and to be in the most competitive environment there is, and to be on the biggest stage. And I think that sense of common purpose and the common goal of everyone trying to add value to themselves while simultaneously trying to add value to the team and be a part of something special has really made it seamless for us to all come together and be a close group.
Cal has talked about you having to adjust to a faster form of basketball here than Davidson. We assume he means.
Right.
How would you contrast the Davidson speed and style to the Kentucky speed and style?
The first couple of weeks in September here were an adjustment that during those first 2 or 3 weeks were frustrating, but in hindsight, I'm actually grateful for it. It really kind of showed me the baseline of what you need to do here to be successful. And just a couple meetings with Cal, he harped to me a bunch of times. One, that so many of the guys that have come through here that have gone on to have success struggled at the first month or so. And just said, you've never played this way. Like, you just stick with it. It's gonna, things will slow down. You'll start making shots. And then just from my own personal standpoint, being able to go through that adversity and find myself within it and adjust. And the last month or so, I've been very confident of where I'm at, and just kind of being able to make that adjustment.
What made it frustrating, Cal? What was going on that you were like frustrated?
Well, when things kind of click for you at a continuous rate for 4 years, and you have a lot of success, and then you kind of have a 2 or 3 week spell where you're not making shots at as an efficient rate, and the speed of the game and the athleticism and just the new style overall. Reads are slower. You're not always making the right read, and you start thinking about all those things, trying to be productive, but having a lot of things in your mind that doesn't allow you to just play and let the game come to you. And then once I just kind of allowed the game to slow down and just focus on a few things, it really turned my preseason around.